Kondo Isami. Um, so the summoning for this guy was like honestly really funny. So I'm not gonna have bad feelings toward this servant. If you guys saw the summoning, you know how fucking ridiculous what happened was. But we're not talking about my luck right now, despite how I gave it to Mist. We're talking about Kondo Isami, aka Ichigo mixed with Byakuya Kuchiki. I honestly love like the fact that some of those Shinsengumi, uh, they remind me of Bleach characters. I really like that. Shinpachi and Todo, although Heisuke more reminds me of Killua than Toshiro Hitsugaya. I'm still enjoying the Guda Guda. So let's get started. First off, comparison. He do not think of Kondo Isami in the same type of category as Muramasa, uh, Takeru. Who else is AoE? Shiki. The other AoE arts, all of them are extremely selfish AoE farmers. They do nothing to the party. In fact, he's not trying to even compete with these guys. This is the 5-star version of Jason. And I know that sounds like a joke. I know it sounds like a joke, but I'm like dead serious. Jason is the only AoE arts servant before Kondo Isami or AoE art saber that actually did support to the party. Heal and a cleanse, dodge and star weight, attack, and if you were Argo, you got a whole lot of other buffs, and even his MP had some supported effects of 20 stars per turn. You look at Shiki, Muramasa, Takeru. Takeru is technically the only one that really does some kind of party support by doing debuffs. But yeah, no, Kondo Isami, he is buffing your party. So the fact that he does work well with the Shinsengumi just in just farming nodes. Or not maybe not farming nodes, but he synergizes very well with Shinsengumi, especially the single target ones. Because there are a lot of single target Shinsengumi. Also, one of his skills literally make wait. Oh shit, Paco. Okay, no wonder this character looked so good. Paco drew him. Yeah, no. I see it now. Holy shit. Paco got Indra and Isami. That was crazy. That was crazy. Anyway, that honestly makes sense why he looks so good. But yeah, Kondo Isami actually is a buff to Yamanami Keisuke. I'll get into that a little later, but he is an enabler type of character for Keisuke and makes his effect more general use than it used to be. You still have to use two Shinsengumi to do it, but now he can Kondo can make it so any team can make use of Keisuke. And if Keisuke ever gets his MP buffed, that it plays more into the Shinsengumi, he's only gonna go up in value. To me, Kondo Isami was basically the reverse of what happened with Shisho and Wu Zetian. But Kondo Isami kind of does it better because his buff duration lasts longer. And the fact he's arts means if you happen to run Tamamo, now you're doing cooldown reduction and can probably keep a fairly good supply of not just crit stars, but like crit damage in general going for the party. But there's a lot of things that I can really see going on with this character. Base attack 11.78k, so rounded 11.8k. Above the midpoint, but not that high. You would want it more above 12k, but it's not so low you really need to be concerned. HP 14.7k rounded. This is extremely high HP. It's not like mind-blowingly high, but a lot of characters are sitting at like 13 or low 14. This is, if you round this up, it rounds to 15k. MP charge 0.35%. I saw this, and of course, visceral reaction. Oh, the MP gain is so low. This is the same number Ibuki has, so gotta shut up. You have to shut up when you see it's like below 0.4, but the NP is 8 hit AoE. That is 24 hit NP against 3 enemies. Yeah, it's no wonder he can loop berserkers. It's no wonder he can loop berserkers when you say that out loud. Alignment, chaotic good. So this is a problem. He doesn't get anything for this. He's also man attribute, so no C for that. Luckily, he has costume owning, and the costume is third ascension. Just first sword is drawn. Yes, first sword is drawn, and the hair is down. But yeah, costume owning is the only thing you're gonna really have to really make this character level up faster. Hit counts: 5 hit on quick, good. 3 hit on arts. Don't expect these arts cards to do much. Like, you need them to crit to get refund. He is mostly MP spamming, but you're gonna have a lot of buffs to art, so you're not gonna need these to go 0 to 100 like at all. But just know these aren't gonna be like that good arts cards. Passable, but like this times this is 1.05. That's not. It's kind of not where we want it to be. But again, 8 hit arts MP. It's understandable why these face cards are not great for the arts. 4 hit on Buster though is nice, and a 5 hit extra attack. Suffers because this number is as low as it is. But again, he doesn't need refund from his extra attack or his face cards. His MP is gonna do a lot of the work for it for him. I am now doing monthly $5 giveaways as a way to give back to my channel. I recently hit 500 subs, and I want to keep giving back to the people that support me. All you have to do is comment on one of my videos during the month. Doesn't even have to be a video I make that month, and you are entered to win. 5 people can win every month, with 1 win per person per month. Only 1 comment is counted as an entry every month. I will send you the prize in a way that works for both of us. Thank you for watching. Now let's get back to the video. All right, moving on to the skills. So, name is different based on the Ascension, Kotetsu Blade, and Masterpiece Kotetsu. So, skill, ignores invincibility for 3 turns. That is the first fucking effect of the skill. Wow. This sets the tone for what the rest of his skills are going to be. Damage. He's going to give damage. 30% attack, 20% crit, 30% crit damage for 3 turns. The crit damage, yeah, definitely on the lower side, but a lot of ways to boost crit damage. He's also arts, so if you're farming, who cares if you're critting? You're not going to really be genning that many stars to crit in the first place. Second skill, 30% arts, 30% buster, and 2 attack, 3 turn dodge. This is like pretty standard these days. If they decide to come back and buff him, this should literally be the last thing they do, because they have not changed that this is the standard for like years now. Like, this has been the standard almost since I started the game. Like with Britomart, with Britomart coming out, this has been the standard. Third skill, he has another attack buff. So in his own kit, 50%. Shinsengumi allies, 30% battery. Non-Shinsengumi, 10%. And grants non-Shinsengumi allies the Shinsengumi trait. He turns all your allies to Shinsengumi. Meaning, he turns all your allies into viable targets for Yamanami Keisuke. This is why I'm bringing it back to that. Because Keisuke, with his buff, is giving a lot of firepower too. Keisuke is giving 20 attack. He's not giving a card buff. He's giving MP gain, which he would like as an art servant. MP damage and another battery. And then we get into the MP, and he gives more attack. There's a lot of attack that goes on with the Shinsengumi. And that is kind of the problem a lot of people are going to have with this character. If you do not have Black Rail, this character is going to feel night and day different. Because all this attack buffs multiply into Black Rail, and Black Rail has a little extra attack on top of it. So he's stacking a lot of attack. Castoria is going to give him a lot of attack. There is going to be a breaking point where, and this isn't just talking multicore. This is like regular farming. There's going to come a point where he's like, he is so heavily weighted to attack, and then because you're using Castoria, you're so heavily weighted towards art, like not heavily weighted, but you're weighted towards arts too. That to the point that MP damage is like almost nothing. It's like nothing, almost nothing in the formula, while arts and attack are up here. If you know anything about multiplication, you don't want one side to be so low, because that just brings down what you're multiplying significantly. The lower number becomes I want to call it like the volume measurement. You can have the other parts of the formula be super high, but if this part is low, it is going to drag it down dramatically. But doing Black Rail, you turn up the volume, and you, especially if you're putting Oberon in there, it stops being a problem. But how I have to explain that is also another sign of the issue he has. But I don't even kind of want to call it an issue. It's more to distinguish him from the other three I mentioned. Muramasa, Takeru, and Shiki. Although Shiki to probably a lesser extent. Because Shiki also has a different role than generic farmer like Muramasa and Takeru. So yeah, upstairs, a lot more than I honestly thought. I was not expecting. This was a very welcome surprise for a skill. Very, very happy with it. And any other characters in the future that have to do with Shinsengumi, or if other characters get buffed based on the number of Shinsengumi, you're going to want Kondo Isami. It's almost going to be a requirement. Passives, 15% debuff resistance, Riding C, 6% quick. He does have a very good quick card, but it's really only going to play into it for Mighty Chains. Pens, always recommend mana loading, unless the DPS has 100% battery, then that's kind of optional based on how you play. I also always recommend the skill reloading, especially for arts, and Buster, but mostly arts, because Tamamo is such like free access to cooldown, and if you get your timing right, like you can have zero downtime with any of your skills, and skill reloading just like helps start that engine real nice and a lot quicker. The other three kind of depend. The fact that he has anti-berserker cannot fucking be understated. He loops 100% on 3/3/3 berserkers. This is a win more button, like easily. And because of his low base gain, this doesn't have. I would say this doesn't have as much value as this because you're more likely to run him against berserkers than you are to give him an extra attack. On to the MP. Already said it. 8-hit AoE arts. Removes debuffs for all Shinsengumi allies. He turns everyone Shinsengumi, and this lasts for 5 turns. The only way this is a demerit is if you're doing esports. That's the only way you don't cleanse everyone in your party, or someone died. But again, if you're not doing Shinsengumi bullshit, you're using like Castoria. So why is an art servant dying when you have Castoria? Please answer that question. And then the OC, rainbow buff to all Shinsengumi allies. Yui Shosetsu. He enables Yui Shosetsu for pretty much every single character in the game by him MPing first. This is a wombo combo if I've ever fucking seen it. Holy shit. Yeah, honestly, like Yu Shosetsu's stonks just like went up again. Because like this is a character like you can pretty easily get other characters to be MPing. Yeah, we don't have these showing yet. I do remember you needed a lot of proofs. I'm happy I had them on my alt account that got Isami. But yeah, if you don't have almost 150 heroic proofs, you're gonna be stuck for a while. Another reason I'm happy I did not get him on my main. He would not be leveled for a very long time, or I would have to go into the proof mines. Bon CE. Again, rainbow buff for Shinsengumi allies and crit damage for Shinsengumi allies. I don't think this is something you would use as a Bon CE. Being completely honest, I think these effects are just like not high enough. So even as like a grand, he would not be a grand candidate for me. Yes, this is like he can pretty much give this to everyone, but it's still it's less than 10% for each card type. That's not going to be much of a difference. I would rather have like 30% MP damage plus another effect that is basically a skill than this. But outside of the Bonsi, this guy is great. His refund is amazing. The fact that he works with multi-core so fucking well is awesome. Especially for the game getting harder. I almost never do 3-3-3 farming anymore, besides like the first week of an event, and then it's just 90 plus plus. Yeah, so this is Kondo Isami. I'm really happy about this servant. Is he must summon? Absolutely not. If you don't have Shinsengumi, there's no reason to get him. Shit. I just realized while I'm recording this, I don't have Keisuke on the account I pulled him on. And I would rather not have to pull to try to get him. But we'll see what I eventually decide to do. I might shoot just like another 30 or 60 quartz just to see if I can snipe him real quick on whatever banner he's on. But yeah, other than that, that's it for this one. Hope you guys have a good day. Peace. Thank you for making it to the end of this video. If you enjoyed, drop a like or sub. Hope to see you in the next one. Peace.